12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Mary. No. No. This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me. No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening. No, please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing! Over there!
Who are you? Stay back, sorry. But you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast! Sorry.
Cross the leech, boys!
No, please, stop! Who are you? What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in guts?
That'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go! I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here. am sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them. The sun is high. I cannot leave now.
This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it to share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible. Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy. This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is. As mad as the moon. Contains blinding sunlight into a glowing flesh.
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become. These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
My head's spinning. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Die, vermin!
Strength. A strength I never knew I had.
Get your weapons ready! We found one!
This shouldn't be possible. Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body. My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore. My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. I can't believe I'm doing this. What will London have to say to me? It's locked, all right. I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail. At last, a little life.
There's gotta be
Oh,
something.
God, sir. You look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself. I need a word. Will anyone?
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bolt, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
I'll leave you to your bottle, then.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
The murders? What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk. Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
I'll leave you to your bottle, then. I cannot enter.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. what's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Over there!
Looks like I am doing commentary. Hello there.
Well, hello. Me and Magic, or me and Echo, earlier we're gonna ask if you wanted to play some for honor.
I'm busy killing people and drinking their blood in the game. Vampyr. What isn't?
So they have the seals now in the...
Get in weapons ready! We found them!
They have the seals now in the game, in Cold War, because they have land, sea, and air. But yeah, the seals are land, sea, and air special operations.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which is the cross-gen bundle. Black Ops Cold War for PlayStation 5, early MP beta access, Confrontation weapons pack, Words Operator in Modern Warfare Warzone, AR weapon movement in Modern Warfare and Warzone, Cold War Season 1 Battle Pass bundle. Oh, that is with
over there!
Okay,
there's one of them vermin! Some vicious bugger!
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
As one, we shall overcome this.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
I must have more.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Not yet.
I'll make you toss my grass.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him. Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
My skills with words have diminished. But Imani is also my character.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Yes. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. To a London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal. If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a... good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
And can I still... No, I can't. I was gonna teleport through the teleportation ability. Wait, can I eat this guy? I can actually eat. Just eats every single main character in the game. Instantly ruins the game. I know there's some way to level up. Probably a different thing. I know there's some way. Ah. Probably here. Not right here. Okay then. Mind if I...
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
I'm just gonna go this way then.
Oh, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah! It's my turn!
Rotten orchestra. Each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river. Try it all.
Well, I'll go back to the party, light faded.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Whoa, I feel giddy. Did I black out? What? What happened? Whoa, I feel giddy.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Doctor, it's freezing here. Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
It's safer here than anywhere else.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. This must be the place.
It's not on the door, it's on the ledge.
Definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows that the sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood? Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody...
Allow me to just do something real quick.
It's locked. I cannot enter. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. It's locked. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals.
So these skells are more like zombies than vampires.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
So in this game, where you have, it's called, I learned one thing. If you have multiple, if you have, like, let's say you have 3 different blocks, cells. If you have them circulating to each other, then they're gonna be
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. But to drink blood is so tempting. It's locked. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett's, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
Well, I just found out that muting your microphone does actually work on YouTube videos. So yeah, that's good to know.
It's not exactly the best situation in London either. I can't have expected this hospital to be prepared for what was to come.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Alright, yep, next time I'm done, when I'm done with Vampyr, I'm hopping on to Skyrim again, because I just found out the Ebony Blade, the katana-like weapon that absorbs souls and heals you, is actually infinite, and you don't really need to recharge it with soul gems, so that's pretty good.
Man, that was a bad Among Us. I'm gonna invite Gator. Hey, Logan, is Vampyr talking?
No, I am not.
Oh, I bet he's playing mute. I am going to send Gator 500 invites to Braun. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure that's safe, mate.
I think it would be safe.
Do you remember on For Honor when you tried crashing my PlayStation?
Oh yeah, but I guess I messed up a little bit.
Attempted or did? I want to know the whole truth.
What? What truth? I bet Garrett's gonna join the party in like 10 minutes and then he's just gonna see 500 invites. I'll be back.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
What's going on at Echo's house?
Don't even ask.
I'm a little concerned. So yes.
Yeah, I'm always concerned when it comes to Echo.
It's locked, all right.
Came back.
What is wrong over there?
Don't worry about those women.
I am worried. I'm worried about everybody.
Yeah, I'm putting into my 6th dungeon.
Don't ask.
And what is Vampyr?
What the hell is going on? What do I hear in the background?
My mom making out with my daddy.
I am concerned for your mental health.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if magic stuff going on, I'm down.
It's locked.
We have to wait until Gator gets on. We'll not get on, but he joins the party. That's why I send the 500 invites.
Don't really want to play for her right now.
I cannot enter.
Except we're up for a 2v1.
Please come back later.
No. I don't really want to do anything right now. I'm just doing this YouTube video. What's this? Doctor
Man, you seem tired all freaking day.
It's locked.
How many people can be in one office? Sodium hip. I can't read that from here. I see the glass file. Let me just get a bit closer. Yeah, hypochlorite. Alright.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Small. Okay.
Damn it! Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir. How long's it going to take to fix me properly, huh? You have the right to disapprove of our method, and you will kindly apologize when you're being set.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars. If you get my drift.
In like an hour, so.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
No effect. Told you. It's like the flames
I'll mute my
on
mic so you don't need to listen to the
burning away.
birds.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me.
No, it's just because I muted my
Started
mic
to think I
because
was forgotten about.
I checked out my stream and it was quite annoying
worried.
to listen to them.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak, but be assured I'm smiling inside.
An hour or 30 minutes. And doink!
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
So many deaths. And what of my own life?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual.
especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Do you need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm fine, really. I just need to sleep.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I can hear you.
Yeah, you may, but El Dolce did not.
And I thought they had good ears.
So many people dying at the same.
Yeah,
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay.
I think I'm gonna leave the party and just chill out on my own.
Okay.
See you guys. I'll reinstall Anthem, by the way. I'll see you.
See ya.
I will see you later. Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe only the strongest will survive in these dark times.
If there must be only one, in the end, make no mistake, I'll be the winner.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. As long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
When I get back, I'll have a word with Tom. He's really pissed me off this time.
It's locked.
Go back home, idiot! It's one of them! Cross the legs, boys! Leech spotted! Watch out, boys!
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I'm a dead man. I was murdered. Now I'm a murderer. Tell me how this is a gift.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. Purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet, with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin color that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take... It's money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples, just like you, come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
There are a lot of secrets round here. I'm not surprised someone tried to make money from them.
What kind of secrets?
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed. If you want to know more, you better talk to Harriet Jones. She's the eldest patient here.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
These nurses, bred with no respect. What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round. Miss Jones, greetings. How do we feel?
Again? Waking a poor old woman in her sleep? There isn't a poor life needs saving somewhere?
Now, I need to ask you a few simple questions.
Well, if you really must.
If you could just tell me why you were admitted.
It's terrible, Doctor. What with a pain in my chest, coughing up blood, and I get awfully tired. Wouldn't be so bad if I hadn't lost my house and all.
I see.
No one comes to visit, you know. Not even my own flesh and blood.
Have you noticed any suspicious comings or goings?
It would be a great deal easier to make a list of things unsuspicious in this house of charlatans.
Come now, Miss Jones. Surely it's not that bad.
Have you no eyes? This hospital accepts all manner of souls, regardless of origin. The proper sick cannot heal. We're kept sickened by the refugees.
Everyone here is very capable. I have not seen any instances of unprofessionalism.
Thieves and murderers, the lot. People have gone missing here, you know. Poof, without a trace.
I'll come and visit you shortly. Good night, Miss Jones. The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm fine, really. I just need to sleep.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
It's here again.
Liars and thieves, every last one of them!
Fear and disgust the daily
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but... well, we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived... the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. We've taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
No thanks, sir. Unless you're able to get rid of every rat in London.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is... nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them? Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippins. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate... your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
Perhaps you did it with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks? Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born yesterday.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk we're taking.
Dr. Tippett must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you've found out.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Hey, Doc.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in the hospital?
Blackmail? That's not my style. Too risky. The black market, though. Now that's where the money is.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I can say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals, or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him. This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor. Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do. What sort of creature is this? Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway. Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Turn around, sir. Over there! There's one of them vermin! Steady boy! Drop one of them! Careful, there's your big fucker!
Step back, sir.
You're mine!
It's locked. I have this thirst for blood. I cannot enter.
Hey.
Hey, Mathematical. Didn't know if you were online or not, but I know you stay in offline mode a lot of times, so I sent you an invite just in case.
Yep.
I'm playing my game. I'm playing Bloodborne.
Nice. I'm playing Vampyr.
I've been playing that too, but I took a break.
It's locked.
I am looking for a way to get back from the hospital after taking out the sewer beast.
So
I am lost. Very lost.
So I cheated the game my first playthrough. The first time I started to play it, I used cheats on it, and it glitched my game, so I couldn't actually do anything. So when I had to delete it and started anew. Well, guess what it did? It glitched my system and kept all the XP that I gained from the cheats still in my game. So I didn't keep all the other stuff I had, but it still kept the XP, so now I'm like level 50 or something.
Nice.
I have every single power maxed out already, and I'm only at the very beginning.
Damn. Yeah, I'm level 9 right now, so... How do I...
But I found a game I'm probably gonna be playing more often than that.
Hey, you see that? You know how there's the green, which is your health, the orange, which is your stamina, and the red? How do I get back the red?
Bite people.
I've been killing a lot of guards like that. doesn't need to be friendly people.
It's one of them!
Chomp! Trust me, I'm biting this guy right now. Oh, there we go! Oh, you guys are so screwed now! Yep.
There's a game I just bought today that I've been playing, and honestly, I kind of wish I had someone to play it with, because it'd be more fun to play it with someone.
What's it called?
My Heroes 1 Justice 2.
Well, let me know if you want to try out Genshin Impact sometime.
I've been playing that a little bit here and there. I haven't been able to get to the point where I can get, you know, what? Look, it's dragon.
It's locked, all right.
Why do you want magic? Why'd you keep inviting me to broadcast?
I only invited you once.
Why are you inviting me to broadcast?
Because I can.
You were bored as hell and you had nothing else to say.
Fair enough.
Kids these days will never know the struggle. Fuck you. Yeah.
Of what?
It says this is not an exaggeration. Your download speed would slow down to the point where Windows would make this kind of absurd estimate, and you'd sigh and leave the room for a moment. Or you couldn't use the computer while it was doing it. This for fear of it would crash and you'd lose all of your progress.
It's locked.
Then you'd come back in 40 minutes.
It's
Maybe
locked,
it would
all right.
now say 52 years, or maybe it would say 3 minutes. Who knew now?
We have to stop it!
39
We're like 100.
Oh my god!
Literally
Guys, he's dead!
My Heroes 1 Justice 2. You guys have no idea what the hell that is, and I've been playing Vampyr and everything.
No, it's Vampyr. Vampyr is spelled V-I-N or V-A-M-P-I-R. Neither do I.
I don't give a rat's ass. Vampyr, Vampyr. Nah, no, shut the fuck up. Oh, what? Do you like My Hero Academia? Don't give a shit about it.
Okay, so I need to go.
A Sunday alone in a house. At this point where I feel like I'm gonna go drive insane. Okay, seriously though, do you like My Hero Academia? Don't give a shit. Why?
Either he doesn't know what what the game even is, or he's just being a dick to be a dick.
My Heroes 1 Justice 2 is basically a My Hero Academia game. Alright, let's go back to playing Vampyr.
Wait.
I'm drinking coffee. And I'm 10 o'clock at night and I have to really work at noon. What I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm thinking about doing something stupid. I probably shouldn't. I have So, I am currently on Bloodborne, right? I am currently at level 481.
Level 481? That's illegal.
And I just started the game.
You just started, let me guess, mods?
Nope.
How?
I've been using my hacking system to get
Hacking system.
Yeah, I have a cheat thing on my computer that allows me to... Basically, I take the save data of a game, copy it to a flash drive, put the flash drive in my computer, load up the save wizard, and save wizard has a limit, has certain games in it, right? If it's one of the games for the PS4, so it's PS4 games, if you have... So when you save a game, if that game's on here, it'll show up. So it shows exactly what games are on that, or what saves are on that flash drive on the site. And then you go and you just kind of, you put these items in there. So once you put the drive in, you can then click it, for
Vampyr.
Go to Vampyr, I can get the ticket. So here are the cheats for it, right? Max shillings gives you max shillings. Refill health, refill blood. So it'll instantly refill them if you're at 0 when you start this. No basically whatever you have. So like, for example, Bloodborne. The game I have, Bloodborne. So max blood echoes, max insight, and max blood echoes alternative if the first one doesn't work. Which basically means that...
It's locked.
It'll give me that. So now... And here's the funny thing, I started with the weakest character, right? You know what the weakest one is, right?
Not really.
So basically, this game is, a vampire... What? Give me a sec. One sec.
No problem.
Why are you washing my work clothes right now? Fifth, don't worry about my work clothes right now. We'll do them later. This week. Think about it. I don't have...
Later
I'm gonna have 8 days off. That'll be the perfect time to wash it, because then I don't have to worry about wearing them to work.
Oh, I didn't know that was... Oh, that poor ass.
Despicable.
So, basically... So, have you ever played Dark Souls?
Yes.
Basically, Bloodborne is created by the same people as Dark Souls. So you know how Dark Souls, you have all these different classes for different things, and then you have that one class that's literally just the worst class in the game, where you literally start with nothing, no weapons, no gear, no anything. You know what I'm talking about? Well, let's put it this way. I went with the lowest class, so it's like, basically I'm a waste of skin. I'm a waste of space. My character was. They were like the worst character in the game. They're like, why? It's like basically, why would you even try to go become a hero or whatever? You're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna do jack shit. 1,900, max stamina 170, discovery 209. Physical defense 292, slow poison. I got a lot.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top line!
Vitality 99, endurance 99, skill 99.
It's her!
This is no place for a gentleman.
The irony of that.
Wait, what? I killed him from stunning him. I was gonna try and eat him, but I guess straight up killing works too.
It's locked, all right.
Haha! Dead inside. Good old, I think we're dead, right?
Whitechapel.
Watch that.
This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail.
I didn't say anything other than we need to watch that. No, all I did was say we need to watch that. Rocky Horror Picture Show was one of the freaking coolest movies ever.
I forget what. Can you remind me about that one?
By the way, that's got Meatloaf in it. My Rocky Horror Picture Show. It has Meatloaf in it. He gets killed.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Coffee. Iced coffee.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Magic, do you like My Hero Academia?
Don't know too much about it.
So, me and Logan were doing this thing last night, right? Okay. It was so we were basically doing this thing, right?
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now, goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical record says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
You didn't just hear that, did you? Oh. That wasn't my knee, though. That was my big toe on my left foot.
Oof.
Lemon water, babe. No, so magic. So basically, we were doing this thing where basically on my Hero Academia game, because it's got like all the characters on it. And
Good evening, my dear colleague.
So basically how the game played, or what we were doing is, we were saying like, this character would do this, right? Like, this
Goodbye,
character
Miss
would forget the sunscreen or something.
Perhaps we'll talk again.
Right? Hear me?
Yes, I do.
And, so, we were just doing random stuff. Just me being me, I was like, and Logan and Wolves were telling me different things to say, too. Like, different questions, like, this person did this, or this person did that. So I go, this person is one that would get raped, just for fun. Just to see what would happen. And guess who ended up being?
Who?
Asui.
I will return later.
AKA Floppy.
I see why.
Floppy's my favorite character.
I cannot enter.
What about the name then?
What?
What about that name then?
Floppy?
I thought you were saying something else.
No, Floppy. That's what she called herself, Floppy. Just lemon and water. Alright, so, and then I go, so so then the next one I go, so this would be the person who raped her, right? And I hit the button and it turned out to be Gran Torino.
Who's that?
I was like, really? Have you watched My Hero Academia?
No.
It's locked, all right.
He's an old man that trained, so he was originally All Might's teacher in UA, as a UA teacher, and then he became basically the teacher that trained Midoriya. So you know how Midoriya, originally, he just kept breaking his body every time he used his quirk? Right? And you know how he learned he stopped singling out in certain parts of his body and started having it go continuously throughout his entire body at all time, his full cowling. You know what I'm talking about, the full cowling? Gran Torino is the one that taught full cowling to him, that helped him to unlock full cowling. It was thanks to Gran Torino that he had full cowling. two Midoriyas
Nobody at
that
home.
I'm seeing. There's Izuku Midoriya shoot style, and then just original Izuku Midoriya back.
I cannot enter.
Would break his body to use his power, right? And when going through the cheats, right, looking at the cheats to see the different, like, there's like a max XP thing for like challenge modes or whatever. There's a third Izuku Midoriya that I'm not seeing on the screen. It's Izuku Midoriya full cowling 100%. So it's 100% full cowling, right? I'm seeing only two Midoriyas. There's two ones that are that don't have one we have to complete the story, right? Yeah. The other one's Shizaki. Kai Shizaki, he was one of the villains that's up to date right now. Ow, my knee just snapped. So, yeah, I got two characters to unlock, and it's gonna be a while before I fully unlock them because you have to do the story mode, and the story is a challenge. So, here's all the characters available. You ready? Tamaki Amajiki, one of the big three of UA, one of UA's big three, okay? His quirk basically allows him to take on the attributes of any kind of food he eats.
You've wasted
So
your
he
life
eats, like,
away.
chicken, he gets all the chicken.
What?
He can
Shooting a
have,
boy
like,
in the
like
middle of the
chicken
street.
wings, chicken feet,
Not the best
anything
thing
like
to
that.
do,
He eats
wouldn't you
octopus.
say?
What?
He can create octopus
You saw what
tentacles.
happened. Who are you?
If he eats
I'm
crab,
Dr.
he can
Reed,
create, like, crab claws
and I'd like to
coming
ask you a
body
few
up.
questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man.
Any kind of
I'm
food
Benjamin
he eats
Palmer,
in a living,
doctor.
that was living once,
And no
he
one can
gain
help me.
attributes from it. So
Not
if he-
even you.
If he were to bite into a cheetah,
I
he could
have
actually
found
gain
a
the
very
cheetah's movements,
interesting
like
letter.
turn his
Your
feet,
son
feet
planned
around
to
as fast
prove
as
his
he can.
worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought
That's
he could
his
use his
power.
dad to build a
Then there's
reputation.
Neji
The gang's
Hado.
recruiter was dead
I don't
when I
know what
found
her
him.
quirk is offhand.
Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert,
What her
sir.
quirk is, but she's
What
one
do
of
you
the
mean?
big three.
It's
I'll
just...
have to look up her quirk later.
Well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose.
She's the only female
Anyway,
in the big three,
thanks for the
obviously.
letter.
Then there's
This is for your
Mirio
trouble.
Togata, okay?
A gun,
He's the-
alcohol,
he's like the head of
and
the-
a
he's
bad
like
temper
the
make a
most powerful
terrible
of the big
cocktail,
three.
sir. Goodbye for now.
Which saddens me big time because he's so powerful. You wanna know why it saddens
Are you
me?
all right?
The bastard at the wall next to me.
In the
I don't
anime,
even know if he
uses
meant
his
to
power.
miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's
His power
Albert.
is
Remember it.
literally,
Now bugger off.
Like phase, basically. So he can basically turn his body into physical phase ability. So basically he can
What
walk
happened?
through anything.
Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey,
So you
I didn't
can
do
literally
anything. It
just
ain't
kind of-
me.
He could be on one side of a bathroom door, and a woman could be on the other side stripping, and he could just kind of pop his head through.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in
Granted,
this
she would
London.
see him.
So you
She
picked
can
an
see
easy target,
He
didn't
doesn't
you?
become
Sod
invisible.
off,
He
mister.
just-
You ain't got
he
no
can
clue what's
basically go
going
through
on here.
anything. So
Bastard was a soldier in the
imagine
war,
that
so
you
now
go
he's
to
got the
fridge
right to
and you
shoot
just
me.
out of the
It's
fridge,
true.
stick your hand
I'm
through
not
the fridge,
familiar
grab
with
what
this
you want,
part
pull
of
it out.
town.
Only problem is he can't phase anything with him. He can only phase himself.
Perhaps
Which
you
kinda
could help
sucks,
me.
but
I said
except for
sod
like
off.
like
Go find yourself
it's
another
so
guide.
evil. If he's wearing clothes and he activates his phase ability, his clothes falls off him. Except for his superhero costume, because his superhero
Do you
costume
know
is
Nurse
made
Dorothy Crane
out
from the
of his own
Pembroke
body. It's
Hospital?
made out of his hair.
If you know anything about her,
which
I'd
allows him
appreciate
to.
it.
Never heard of her.
It's made using.
She's
his
pretty,
hair
I'll
and stuff
keep an eye out.
designed so that he can phase with it. It'll phase with him.
Do you need
It's the only
assistance?
thing that
Please.
He has that'll phase.
Feeling tired these days.
The next character on the list is Izuku
There you go.
shoot style,
Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
which
Very
is a
funny.
version of Midoriya. So basically, I don't know if you know the story behind Midoriya. He's a quirkless person. He gets his power from All Might, the #1 hero, the symbol of peace, right? gives him his power because he ends up having a power that people don't realize can be transferred, right? So he gets the power from All Might, but he can't control the power, so he can only use it at 0 or 100% at first. So when he uses it at 100%, yes, babe. I think there's one right over here, actually. Ouch.
Where do you think you're going, dude? Look at your son right now.
I see him. Where do you think you're going, Quinn?
Hey! You're very nosy posy.
You're not going out there. So, Midoriya basically would break his body.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, alright? Now piss off.
Magic?
Yeah.
Are you listening?
Kind of. I'm kind of busy right now.
So Midoriya basically would break his body to use his power. And even though he unlocks full power, of using his power, 100% breaking his arms like he did.
Not me, please.
I'll be good. Make him lose the use of his arms. Basically stopping him from being able to use his arms. Right? Well, to stop from that power, to stop with that, so he can actually start using his power at full, or to try to, so he doesn't break his arms, he stops using his arms. Instead, he starts using his feet. Hence, he's becoming a shoot style. Creating shoot style.
Well, I think I'm gonna end the stream there. So, I'll see you guys next time.
What's that?
I was live streaming.